Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be playing my ABC Therion deck against a 60 card Neo Spacian deck. Um, it's nice to see some old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards, um, some unique archetypes, but again, I expect more to be an interesting duel because he's pretty much taken the worst turn of events in this duel, so simply because he doesn't have any cards that can out what I'm about to bring out on my feet towards my field. So anything that he sees right now, I'm potentially going to bring out the board that's going to help me bring out my Omni Negates as well as easy disruption. So you can already tell what I did. I searched using Union Hanger to go to my B Buster Drake. Then I went to Union Driver to equip it to the B Buster Drake. I Special Summon the Wyvern from my deck, and then allowing me to Special Summon the A Salt Core. Now I'm going to go into IP, and then I'm going to go to Therion Coliseum to search for my Regulus to help me build my board. The main key strategy to help me bring out my negates, which I'm doing right now, so to help me solidify my board and to stop my opponent from his tracks, as well as putting me up front. So, and what I mean by putting me up front, I mean giving myself the advantage by ensuring my first turn goes out where I can actually have a comfortable lead. That way, when I create my board, that I expect monsters that can activate their effects during my opponent's turn. That way, if he responds, I can chain to make sure that I have some sort of protection, in that once my turn comes by, I can have an idea on how I can try to overcome this duel. So he, for some reason, or I don't know if he misclicked or just a misplay, he normal summons the Pathfinder, but he can't use its effect unless it's in his hand to discard in that Neo space, which he's supposed to do right now. So I let him take it back either way because I'm willing to give someone a chance, especially if they're not some second class elitist prick. So or I could say first class. So, and what I mean first class, someone who brags about having the best deck, thinking their cards won't get hit by the ban list, especially that was designed by Konami's rules and decide when it happens. So, but we don't know for sure when there'll be a next upcoming ban list. But either way, he just ends off summoning Prisma in attack mode. So it's kind of disappointing he has, because you would think he would use more monster effects to possibly try to take cards from his deck to graveyard, go into a Miracle Fusion, or summon out his boss monsters from the extra deck to overcome my field. But even though it wouldn't really do enough, because if he were to summon something from the extra deck, whether it's a elemental hero fusion monster, he needs some way to bypass my 3 monsters because of how oppressive their effects are. So main phase 2, he's going to set 2 cards, and when he does, he's going to go into his end phase, and that's when I decide to use ABC's effect, where I'm going to pitch a card from my hand to banish his set face down card, which is Hero Signal. I let him know that I discard a card from my hand to banish his Hero Signal. but he's assuming that I'm banishing his Pathfinder, which he clearly can't. Clearly for some reason he can't read my ABC Dragon Buster. It says on the you target a card in the field and you banish it rather than the grave. Either he was trying to troll me or he just didn't know any better. So I'm not gonna try to insult him because maybe he's starting off short on this game. Because what I mean by that, maybe he's still a beginner and a noob who hasn't fully compromised how the game is utilized. And what I mean is that he has a lack of knowledge because the game itself is complicated and the amount of stuff you have to learn, the mechanics in itself, which I understand. So he from there here on there he does admit defeat, knowing that considering I don't know if he's aware I was going to summon to another ABC after using its last effect. But I'm sure looking at my field and the effects of my monsters, I think he's aware like he has nothing that he can do to stop me from having my way. And what I mean by that is going off on my summons, my card effects, as well as like pitching, disrupting, and getting rid of cards on his field. He had nothing he can respond with, and even though he Element Hero Honest Neo Hand, which he could have done, he even overall, like even if he managed to destroy one of my monsters, he would still have a problem against me because I outnumber him, and a lot of the monsters that outnumber him are usually ones with very dangerous effects. So even if he managed to get rid of my monsters, like it wouldn't be the end for me. So overall, he felt like he had to admit defeat and just wasn't there. There wasn't anything for him to do. Either way, it's like he could have tried to improve his card choices. He could try to go 40 cards and try to make his deck more consistent to help combat against my cards. But he needs to be aware that his cards just don't really compete with what I have in store for him. And if anything, it's just gonna be an issue throughout every duel, especially if it involves a challenge. Whoever you're up against either are going to be playing meta, possibly rogue, but you always got to be cautious of what decks the opponents are going to bring. So sometimes you got to play with more cards that are effective throughout many duels and can possibly help outweigh the chances of you losing. But overall, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.